welcome to Canye Walker's senior speech. A virtual welcome to his mom, Icy, and grandmother, Betty, who will be watching online. Canye is an artist at heart. Little Canye appeared in my 9th grade art class 4 years ago. Right away, I saw that he had talent. He continued into art 2 and now 3, and has also moved on to ceramics. Now he is a lazy artist, but when he puts his mind to it, he's actually really good. I know that we can expect great things from grown-up Canye. Now 4 years older and much taller, we see Canye shine not only in the art rooms, but on the basketball court. Outside of school, he enjoys playing games and going on long walks to contemplate life and listen to music. Please welcome Canye to the stage.
Thank you, Ms. Chachi, for the wonderful introduction and for being the best advisor for these last 3 years. I knew I could always count on you to give me some advice on my art when I needed a bit of help, and even brighten my day with some Reese's Cups. I would also like to thank my mom and grandma for always being there for me and sacrificing so much to get where I am. So much for me to get where I am. Now, before I begin, I want you to take a second to think about what you did this morning before arriving at school. If you're anything like me, your day probably started something like this. You wake up, still half asleep, hobble to the bathroom, brush your teeth, maybe take a bath if you wake up early enough to have time, get dressed, and stop by Chick-fil-A for some chicken minis. Then you stroll into school and end up in Miss Urson's office to get your 3rd green slip of the week because, well, you didn't quite make it to ceramics on time. But there's one thing you probably did before you did all of that. Pick up your phone. Before your feet even hit the ground, you're sending wacky pictures on Snapchat to keep your streak alive. You're scrolling through TikTok for a quick laugh, or hopping on Instagram to see someone doing the latest viral dance. Maybe even watching Mr. Clemens attempt the USC Mind Challenge. This has become the norm for most of us. Social media is everywhere. It's how we stay connected, entertained, informed, and even how we kill time. It's smart and powerful and extremely effective, but it also has a darker side that we don't always recognize right away, and that can severely impact our mental health, our time, and even our own safety. Let's be honest, we've all told ourselves just one more video, and the next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. and you've got school in 5 hours. We like to blame ourselves for poor time management, and yeah, that's part of it, but there's more going on. Our brains are wired to love dopamine, that feel-good chemical that gets released every time we see something funny, shocking, or satisfying. Social media apps are designed to keep us in this loop. They know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to show you to keep you hooked. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, they all feed us content that gives us those little dopamine hits over and over again. And we keep scrolling without even realizing how much time is passing. But over time, this behavior can turn into something more serious, addiction. Signs include the constant urge to check your phone, losing track of time, ignoring your responsibilities, and even sacrificing sleep. So how do you break the cycle? Start by recognizing the problem. Set screen time limits, turn off notifications so that you're not constantly drawn back in, and most importantly, replace that time with something better. Go outside and touch some grass, read a book, exercise, actually hang out with your friends face to face. Little changes make a big difference. Now, let's talk about trends. One of the reasons TikTok and Instagram are so addictive is because of the trends. The dances, the challenges, the jokes, they're fun, they're relatable, and they make you feel like you're a part of something bigger. But not all trends are harmless. In 2017 and 18, the Tide Pod Challenge involved people, mostly teens, filming themselves biting into and even eating Tide Pods. These laundry detergent filled pods are filled with toxic chemicals. It was supposed to be a joke, but it wasn't funny. It was dangerous. Over 10,000 incidents were reported. At least 6 people died, all for a few seconds of internet fame. Here's one of the incidents.
A developing story for you this morning. A Utah State University student was taken to the hospital after ingesting a Tide Pod. The university spokesperson called the incident a Tide Pod overdose, but said the student ingested it. That student was taken to the hospital, but the condition is still unknown. This appears to be the latest incident of the Tide Pod Challenge, the dangerous and strange craze sweeping the internet. People have been posting online videos of them spitting out or ingesting the laundry pod. Recently, YouTube announced they are removing the videos, and Facebook is doing the same. Mary?
The milk crate challenge was a trend that started in 2021 on TikTok, involving large groups of people stacking milk crates in a pyramid shape and attempting to scale across them like stairs. However, the crates weren't very stable, and people were falling hard.
When being cocky goes wrong.
Some ended up with broken bones, concussions, torn ligaments, and even head trauma. And over 1,000 injuries were reported during the trend's peak. Why do these go viral? These trends become viral because they're entertaining to watch. And social media algorithms don't care if it's harmful. They only care if it gets clicks, likes, and shares to further the success of the app. This often leads to the worst trends becoming the most watched. But some dangers aren't as obvious as eating detergent or climbing milk crates. Take online sports betting. Lately, it's all over social media. So much so that I'm sure some of you even do it. After all, it's presented as cool, exciting, and even glamorous. Influencers make it look like it's an easy way to win money or show off. But gambling is not a game. It's addictive and can lead to financial trouble, anxiety, and serious mental health issues. And social media pushes this content hard, not because it's good for you, but because it engages you. Here's an example of Prize Picks, one of the top sports betting apps, clearly advertising sports betting to a younger audience using a popular figure to glorify it.
Hey coach, I'm trying to join your team for the Prize Pit World Championship.
Sure about that, young?
Yeah, I'm ready right now, let's do it.
Bet. Prize Picks World Championship is back, and I'm looking for you to join my team. For the trip to Atlanta, $100,000 team prize, and a shot to win $1 million.
Fires and it's incomplete.
Oh my goodness! Get up! Get up! Get up! Post your best Prize Picks moment in social media. Use the hashtag Prize Picks double.
Another major example, cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when someone uses social media, text messages, websites, or apps to intentionally hurt, harass, or embarrass another person. This can take many forms, including sending mean or threatening messages, posting embarrassing photos or videos without permission, or spreading lies and rumors online to damage someone's reputation. While some may try to dismiss it, saying, just turn off the computer, the reality is far more serious. For many, the online world is closely tied to their social life, education, and even their identity, making it nearly impossible to simply walk away. The emotional and psychological harm caused by cyberbullying can be long-lasting. Victims often struggle with low self-esteem, anxiety, and even depression. And in some severe cases, it can lead to devastating consequences, including self-harm or suicide. It's important to remember that if you or anyone you know is experiencing cyberbullying, you are not alone. There are people who care and want to help. Speak up and reach out to a trusted adult, a teacher, a school counselor, parent, or coach. Cyberbullying thrives in silence, but when we talk about it and stand up for ourselves and others, we take away its power. Everyone deserves to feel safe, respected, and supported, both online and offline. Why this topic matters to me. I chose this topic because I see it happening every day to people I know and care about. I've experienced the endless scrolling, the addictive loops, and the pressure to stay in the loop, even when it's harmful. I've seen people get caught up in trends that could hurt them. I've seen sports betting ads target people our age and get them. And I've seen cyberbullying tear people down just for being themselves. I wanted to speak about this because awareness is the first step. If you're aware of how social media can affect you, you're more likely to protect yourself from it. So to my fellow seniors, before we head off into the world, where we will have more freedom than we've ever had, I want to leave you with one thought. Yes, social media is useful. It helps you connect, express yourself, and even build your future. However, it can also mislead you, distract you from important things, and even harm you if you're not careful with it. So as you head into college, work, or wherever life may take you, remember to think before you scroll, click, or post. Be mindful of what you consume and always protect your time, your peace, and your future. Thank you.